This is Stories of Salem, presented by Capital Community Media. I'm your host, Megan Jonas, reporting with my co-host, Ashley Jackson Lawrence. Rocksteady Boxing is empowering locals to fight back against Parkinson's disease. By using non-contact boxing and providing a space for community and healing, head coach August Peterson worked with boxers to improve their stability, strength, and confidence in a fitness group that feels like a family. Listen in to hear more about Rocksteady Boxing and learn about resources available for people with Parkinson's and their families.
My name is August Peterson. I am head coach of the Salem Rocksteady Boxing team here, fighting back against Parkinson's. I enjoy helping others and I enjoy motivating others. I've been a boxing fan and a fight fan for most of my life, trained for a really long time. So when I found out about this program, it just made a lot of sense for me to kind of jump head first and start helping out. I did have some previous coaching experience and I played sports in high school and was always active in my 20s as well. Rocksteady Boxing provides hope to people with Parkinson's disease. It started in Indianapolis by a neurologist using invigorating exercise as a way to increase dopamine levels, which is what people with Parkinson's suffer from, is a lack of dopamine. So the invigorating exercise that boxing provided proved to be extremely helpful for those that were diagnosed with Parkinson's. They used boxing and then kind of developed everything else around the boxing. There's not a class that we do that we don't have boxing going on. It's a non-contact boxing program. We don't have anybody hit each other or even try to come close. So when I first started, that was my initial question, like, what's going on? Like, are they boxing? So it's non-contact boxing using numbers to associate movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, using footwork to help with their balance and their posture. What we'll typically do is a warm-up that lasts anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. We'll typically include like an icebreaker or get to know you in that time. Do a little bit of walking, as you see, gait training, big steps, side steps, lunges, and then we'll get into our circuit class typically, which will have anywhere from 8 to 12 stations that we would be running that are all different exercises that are helping with their Parkinson's, obviously. Sometimes we play games. Today we're doing a really big strength and endurance exercise. Sometimes it's all about footwork. Sometimes it's all about balance. Sometimes we'll just spend the day doing fall prevention. We do a lot of dancing here because dancing affects balance so much. Drum circles for rhythm. We'll do tape day, right? So we'll put tape all around everywhere and make them do like a Mission Impossible workout, diamond heist type thing. So we really try to make things as fun as we can, really mask that hard work with goofiness and fun and games. It's a real big one-stop shop of all of the things Parkinson's that they're suffering from, which is on any given day, we may do something different that'll help with an individual's symptom or accumulation of all of them. We have almost 900 affiliations worldwide. Here in Oregon, I believe we have 9 or 10 out of those affiliations. We are the only affiliation currently in Salem, Oregon, and we have 43 members currently. Before COVID, I got introduced to the program when there was 4 or 5 members, and that was with Mike Studer at Northwest Rehabilitation Associates. We grew to 12, 13. And we were doing classes during business hours. So we got a little too big. We moved to Combat Sports Center, which is ran by Daniel Preby. He allowed us his space. We did that for a while there, and then got shut down by COVID, unfortunately. Once COVID ended, we found this home, and we've been here for 2 years. I love my job. I love this program with all my heart. I never thought that my life would be here 7 years ago when I started. I was working at a bank, I was training martial arts, I was working hard myself, but seeing how hard they work is so inspirational to me, and it makes me want to do so much more in my life. I've really become close with the Parkinson's community in Salem, and I think that community was kind of dull and sad maybe 5 years ago, and now I see it really blooming and becoming something important. All of these people that they're getting a lot of benefit from. There's no cure for Parkinson's that we know of as of now. Not having it makes it hard for me to describe what it feels like to have, but based on what I see, it's debilitating. I've seen people go from really strong to needing a walker or a wheelchair. On the other side of that, though, I've seen people come into these rooms in a walker or a wheelchair, and within 4 weeks are not even using a cane, and they're fully on their 2 feet, and they're running around, and they're getting on the floor, and they're getting up off the floor without assistance. One of our individuals started in a wheelchair. Within 6 weeks, he was out of the wheelchair, he was stronger, he was more cognitive. Another would be a member fell, and when he fell, and granted, this gentleman's in his 80s, when he fell and got up and kept walking and kind of ran over and like I couldn't see him or something, and I was like, hey, I saw that, you know? And being in his 80s, having Parkinson's and rolling through a fall, popping up on his feet, continuing to walk like nothing happened, and then being back for next class where, you know, falls are very detrimental to our senior population. I think 80% of, you know, deaths are caused or started by falls in our senior community. So to be able to see something like that and see him know how to fall and roll out of one and do it the right way was very inspirational. And the people that call 30 minutes after getting diagnosed, you know, like they go to the neurologist, hey, I have Parkinson's, they told me to call you, what do I do next? I think that right now we have the resources to reach out to the people that are newly diagnosed. What I'd really like to see is the individuals that aren't as independent have an opportunity to join this class as well. Movement and exercise is so important if you have Parkinson's disease. If you're not moving, if you're not getting up and getting out and being active, then it's only going to get worse. This is regressing and slowing the symptoms of Parkinson's disease when you come into these rooms. That's what I would encourage somebody that needs hope, that just got diagnosed with Parkinson's, to find. Play golf, do something for yourself. But Rocksteady will always be here for you if you want it. So the cost of Rocksteady Boxing, we ask for a $100 donation, but we would never turn anyone away based on the inability to pay. We'd rather have you here doing the class than not here at all. There are resources that are free, that are informative, not just for you, but your families. There's Parkinson's resources out there for everyone. And if a Rocksteady Boxing class isn't your cup of tea, pedaling for Parkinson's might be. Finding a walk club, anything that gets you moving. We're also a good support group for each other. It doesn't take long before people that are consistently coming to the class feel like it's a family. And that's what we've tried to bring into these rooms, aside from just the fight back against Parkinson's, but the camaraderie that goes with the individuals that have it. The women will go get coffee without all of us, and then they'll be talking about it like, hey, where was our invite? You know, what's up with that? We love volunteers here at Rocksteady Boxing. Any support group, whether it be a friend, family member, grandson, kid, we want them all here. We want as much support as we can get for our family members. The more people that are encouraging our fighters to do what they're doing, the better. And we can usually find something for them to do to either help their loved one or the group as a whole. We're hoping actually to get more volunteers after summer and have a little bit more help as we continue to grow. Give me a call. Yeah, give me a call. There's a small training that we would do together just over safety variables and liability. But if you have a good heart, you want to get involved in the community and you want to help out, find my brochure and give me a call, and I'd be happy to have anybody. My hope for Salem is just more health and wellness and community coming together and working as a team to be the best community that we can be, I guess. I'd like to see some of these senior homes focus more on health and wellness and activity, retirement homes specifically, not just for people with Parkinson's, but for all their residents. I'd like to see continuations of these larger gyms offering programs like Silver Sneakers and things that allow our seniors to get into gyms without having to pay an arm and a leg for it. So if you want more information on Parkinson's disease, Google Rocksteady Boxing, Parkinson's Resources of Oregon, the Michael J. Fox Foundation, the Davis Finney Foundation and the Brian Grant Foundation, who is a Portland trailblazer. He actually lives in Portland, so having him as a resource is really neat to be here in Salem. I would like for us to keep growing. I would like the community to I'd like to be able to spread awareness to the community, and people that aren't aware of this program, that have Parkinson's, let them know that there is hope, that, give us a call, come down, say hi, see what it's about, and start your healing journey, because I really believe in this program, and I think that the neurologists in our local community, the PTs in our local community, and anybody else that has kind of any relationship with Parkinson's believes that this is a good program and a good place for them to be.
Rocksteady Boxing holds classes every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 to 3 for beginners and 3 to 4:30 for intermediate boxers. To learn more about Rocksteady Boxing, visit salem.rsbaffiliate.com or call 503-302-1852. I'm Megan Jonas from CC Media, and this is Stories of Salem. Thanks for listening.